You want to rebreed your rabbit, but she's still nursing her other babies? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to another slightly rednecked video. Again, my name's Chris, and if you're not familiar with this channel, I help you to produce your own meat, eggs, and vegetables from your backyard, your balcony, your deck, your garage, or even a spare room in your house if that's the way you want to do it. And today we're going to talk about rebreeding my doe. Now, she still has babies with her. She's still nursing her babies. So some people think, well, maybe that's too early to rebreed her. But if you're looking for some fast production and you want to get your numbers up, like right now it's wintertime, I don't like to breed in the summertime, and I'm trying to get a couple of litters out of her, especially since her last litter was pretty small. Only 4 babies survived. Big story about that. You can go back and watch my other videos if you want to know the details about that. But because of that, I'm looking to get a little bit more production out of her before summer hits and I stop breeding. So if I breed today is the 5th of January, I think it is, 5th of January. So if I breed today, that's going to be roughly February before she has her babies. So, you know, we're getting pretty close at that point to summertime coming on where I stop breeding. I'm only going to be able to get another couple of litters out of her before then if I do this pretty intensive breeding. So if you're going to rebreed your rabbit, when should you do it? Well, these guys are 5.5, almost 6 weeks old, so they're just about ready to wean off of her anyway. So it's a good time to go ahead and rebreed her because what will end up happening is I'll be moving these rabbits off in the next week or two. So that's going to give her at least a couple of weeks without any babies before she has a new litter. So that's a good time to go ahead and do it. Now you can do it a little bit earlier. You could do it as early as 4 weeks if you wanted to. You really don't want to wean your baby rabbits off their mother before 6 weeks old. It's just a little hard on their system. You stand a lot of chances of having some problems when you try to wean them off. So if you breed your rabbit at 4 weeks old, you've got another at least 2 weeks before you can start weaning your babies off. And then that gives her, again, a week or two without babies. You could do it at 2 weeks old, honestly, but that's a little too intensive for me. At 2 weeks old, if you rebreed her, you've got roughly 4 weeks before she's going to give birth again, and that puts it right about the time you're weaning the babies off of her, and that's just a little too intensive for me. So I like to wait until they're at least 4 weeks old. Usually I go till they're about 5 weeks old, then I go ahead and rebreed her, and that gives me plenty of time to get the babies weaned off, give her a little bit of a break before she has another litter. So without further talk, let's go ahead and get in and do this. Again, these baby rabbits here, you know, this doe produces litters that kind of grow out pretty slow. That's another reason why I'm looking at rebreeding her right now and being a little bit more intensive about it, because I do need some meat production before summer hits, and it's going to take a little while for these guys to grow out. But I've got cage space to move them into in the next couple of weeks, and I think she'll be ready to breed. Now, she's a little grumpy when she's got babies with her, so this might be a little tricky to do. But let me get some things out of the buck's cage and get this cage opened up, get it ready to go, and then we'll get in and get her breeding. You don't need that water bottle right now. All right, let's see if I can get a hold of her. Let me bring the camera in a little bit closer, let you guys watch this process. It's pretty simple. Breeding rabbits isn't that difficult usually. All right, so here you can see mama rabbit right here in the background, and her baby's out here. She's only got 4 of them right now, so let me get this cage opened. Watch out, guys. There you go. And hopefully they won't jump out. It's unlikely that they will. And hey there, guys. They haven't been handled much, so they're a little jumpy. And she gets a little bit grumpy with me whenever she's got babies in here. So let me get this camera at a different angle. All right, get back in there, guys. Get back in there. Get back in there. Come on, get back. Let's see if we can get a hold of you. Max, go on. There we go. Now we'll see if she will lift for him. She's usually pretty good about lifting. She doesn't usually have too many problems. Now what we're seeing there is the buck is definitely willing to go. There we go. She lifted for him there. We'll give her one more time at least. Turn this camera a little bit so we can see what's going on. Dog's getting pretty excited. Lots of commotion going on. Max, come. 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 Good boy. Down. Down. Good. There we go, 2 fall offs. We'll give her 1 more. No, I said down. Sorry, you can't see that off camera. The dog is getting excited, wanting to jump up and check out the baby rabbits. He does not need to do that. Give her a minute. We'll see if we can get 1 more fall off. No. Did you wear yourself out there, buddy? Come on, you can be good for 1 more. Well, 2's maybe all we get out of him today. Come on, you can wake up. You can do it. Come on. I thought you might have 1 more in you. There we go. 3 fall offs is good. So I'm going to consider her bred. I'm going to get her back in her cage, and then we'll come right back here and talk a little bit about this more. Okay, come on. You're okay. You're okay. Oh, come on. Oh, easy, 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 easy. There you go. All right, so that's all there is to it, really. It's a pretty simple process. Now, the only other thing, like I said, I'm going to start weaning these guys off in the next week, and to do that, I'll just move half of them. There's only 4, so I'll move 2 of them off one day. I'll give her 4 or 5 days probably with just 2 babies with her. That gives her a chance to dry up just a little bit, and then I'll move the other 2 off into their own pens. The only other thing I got to do is put a date on here, make sure I remember what day I bred her so I know what day to put the nest box in. Pretty simple to do there, but other than that, ready to go. We should have a litter of babies in about 30 days and start the process all over again. Again, you don't want to rebreed your rabbit too early. You know, 1 week, 2 weeks after the babies are born, that's just a little too intensive to me. If you're going to do that for the short term, you can get away with it, but you know, you're just looking to possibly cause some problems there. When you're weaning your babies off at 6 weeks old, which is really the ideal time, you don't want to go too far before that, then it's just too much back to back. I like to give her a little bit of a break, a week or 2 at least, where she doesn't have any babies with her, and that gives her a chance to kind of recover from the last litter before she has another one and has to do it all over again. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you learned something from this, and as always, God bless.